Hey, welcome everyone. This is Mike from zozostockwatch.com. This is going to be your stock watch list for the 18th of July, Thursday. Not sure we'll have much of a stock watch list for tomorrow. The market's a little bit shaky today. Did not like that close at all. Ugly close today as the market pullback continues. The Dow Jones 30, that was down 116 points today. The transports got walloped today. CSX, a big part of that, down 387 points on your transport stocks today. The Nasdaq minus 38. The S&P 500 coming in at a minus 20 on the day. China and the U.S. still going at it as far as the trade talks go. Tariffs being talked about by President Trump. They're no closer than they were before, so that's still weighing on the markets. We had some earnings come out after the bell tonight, and we'll go ahead and get started. This news courtesy of the Trade Exchange, audio news, visual news throughout the day. The Trade Exchange. Netflix just getting hammered here in the after hours. Most of this is because the subscribers half of what was expected. So Netflix taking a big hit. They came out earnings per share beat by 4 cents. Revenue miss. So Netflix just getting pounded here in the after hours. If you look at the daily chart, let's see, we're trading at 324, bouncing it a little bit off of 315. But we're all the way down here on the daily chart. Now I know you can't see the whole daily chart, but that takes us back down below the 200 SMA. So as they say, it takes the stairs up and then the big elevator push or escalator push down here on Netflix tonight after the earnings release. We had Amrin coming out with an offering here, AMRN, after the bell tonight, and Amrin pushing down, catching a lot of longs off guard there on Amrin, taking a hit. Careful with these biotechs, folks. They love to do these offerings. Let's see, we had LLNW earnings per share missed by 2 cents and a revenue miss, LLNW. That stock moving down. Also cutting guidance here for LLNW. We had IBM come out with earnings. I'm trying to find those earnings for you. Here it is. IBM earnings per share beat by 10 cents. Revenue beat. Company to update full year 2019 expectations, including the impact of Red Hat on acquisition on August 2nd. IBM pushing down new lows here in the after hours on IBM, even though they did beat on the numbers there, but not good enough. Let's see, IBM continues to expect Red Hat, including related activity, to be accretive to free cash flow. That coming from IBM. Alcoa came out. Remember when Alcoa used to be important? Used to kick off the earnings season. No more now, but Alcoa earnings per share beat by 12 cents. Revenue miss. That one is moving down in the after hours tonight. Also, SLG earnings per share beat by 9 cents. Revenue beat on SLG. Let's see, SI Green Realty. It's a REIT. Not much action in that one. KMI earnings per share missed by 2 cents. Revenue miss on KMI. That stock moving down in the after hours. So nothing really for the bulls here this earnings season so far to hang their hats on, especially in the after hours tonight. RLI earnings per share beat by 4 cents. Revenue miss. No reaction there on that one. RLI. We'll keep scrolling along here. eBay had earnings per share beat by 5 cents. Revenue beat on eBay. So that stock actually is pushing up in the after hours. So eBay bucking the trend here. They beat for eBay, but eBay raising earnings per share guidance, lowers revenue guidance, lowering full year guidance. But anyway, eBay moving up tonight in the after hours. So there's one for the bulls. Let's see, Wayfair shares were dropping tonight. The furniture website. Let's see, we lost a couple of folks there. Executive departures at Wayfair. Stock was moving down. Looks like it's staying down at the moment on letter W, Wayfair. CCK came out with earnings after the bell tonight. That stock moving down. They missed by a penny. Revenues in line. So that's CCK. So that's some of your earnings that came out after the bell for tonight, courtesy of the Trade Exchange. By the way, last night on last night's video, we talked about CSX, the CEO making comments that this is a tough economy to figure out, puzzled by the economy. And so CSX, as you can see after their earnings report, a big gap down on the daily. Look at this huge volume. Everybody wanted out of CSX. Also, Domino's Pizza came out with earnings last night, recovered a little bit on Domino's Pizza after they reported earnings last night after the bell. Let's see what else. Oh, Cintas, right? Also came out with earnings last night. That stock held up very well today on Cintas. They're a uniform maker. Big volume came into this name today. So let's go ahead and see some of the sectors that were moving around. Gold, JNUG was popping today. Nougat also moving up. The gold miners, this one moving up for the day, 11%. JNUG moving up 13% on the day. Silver had a very nice day today. Silver up 2.75%, just under that 3% mark for silver. Gold itself, the GLD, up 1.65%. The VIX, a little complacency coming out of the market here. We were trading TIVX today. We got a real nice trade out of TIVX. I'll show you that in a second. Let's see, what do we have to the downside for today? A lot of stuff was down. As you can see, the Dow Jones itself was down over 3.5%. The IYT, the transports were down almost 4% on the day here, 3.5%. OIH gave up 3% on the day. Oil itself, USO, the ETF for light sweet WTI, down 2.65%. Oil itself back below 60 bucks, now testing, maybe going to test that $55 bottom of the range. So we'll check oil tomorrow and see how that closes. So a lot of stuff was down today. The social media ETF was down today. Not a good day for the bulls at all. In the sectors, percent change to the upside, a little bit of flight to safety here in the utilities. The XME was up fractionally here, metals and mining. The XHE also climbing fractionally to the downside. The XOP, the oil and exploration sector, this was down 3% on the day. The XLI also down 2% on the day. So let's go ahead and look at that heat map from FinViz. Facebook was in front of Congress again today. They were calling for Mark Zuckerberg to come back to Congress. Facebook ends up down 1% on the day. Google down 0.5%. So kind of a witch hunt going on Facebook and Google these days. Amazon also in the antitrust mix there. Amazon down almost 1% on the day. Oracle got hit over 1% here. Adobe going up over 1%. Microsoft, they have earnings coming out soon on Microsoft. They were down 0.5%. Bank of America had earnings this morning up about a little more than 0.5%, but the other banks, JP Morgan down, Wells Fargo, Citigroup all down. As you can see, a lot of red on our screen today. A lot of stocks in the railroads taking a hit. UNP down 6% on the day. UPS down 3%. FedEx down almost 3% on the day. Norfolk Southern, NSC down over 7% on the day. CSX getting hit for over 10% on the day today. CSX. So a lot of carnage there in the railroad stocks. Abbott Labs reported earnings this morning. That stock up 3%. Medtronics up 1% for the day. So you could see medical stocks were green. BSX also climbing 1% on the day. That's your heat map, courtesy of FinViz. Don't forget, we do have some earnings to go here. Tomorrow after the bell, you get the big name Microsoft coming out. Hope they fare a lot better than Netflix. Intuitive Surgical will be coming out. Chewy, recent IPO, will be reporting earnings tomorrow. So some big names. This is a big month for earnings. July, then we go into August for more earnings season. So we are just in the thick of it now on earnings season for Thursday. Tomorrow is Thursday, the 18th of July. So let's see what we have for tomorrow economically. We have the jobs claim at 8:30, Philadelphia Fed at 8:30, leading indicators 10 o'clock, nat gas at 10:30. Let's see, we have John Williams with some Fed speak coming out for tomorrow at 2:15. So the Fed speak continues for this week. Friday, you get a couple of more Fed speakers at 11:05 on Friday, and then Eric Rosengreen, he comes out at 4:30 on Friday. Wow, that's a terrible time of day to have to be doing some Fed speak. Let's see what was some of our top gainers, courtesy of the Trade Exchange. This is their newsletter that they send out each night, kind of a market wrap up that you can see here. So get on their mailing list, the Trade Exchange. So some of your top 10 gainers today, you had NLS, TEDU, MTSI was moving up. Fran, recent reverse split stock there, moving up. OPRA, Opera. I think that's a browser, right? Opera, I use it, so I think that's the symbol OPRA. CTS, we talked about already. So there were some of your gainers. XBIO came out with an offering. That stock took a hit today. We also had, like I said, CSX, TEL got downgraded today. HYRE took a hit today. NUS lowered their guidance last night, so they took a hit today. Unusual call activity on the day. Run got some call activity, LB call activity on the day, USAT, ALB. To the put side, TEL, TEL, they were also downgraded today. IP with unusual put activity, CGC, unusual put activity, and CXO. And that's some of your unusual put activity and call activity for the day, courtesy of the Trade Exchange. So while it doesn't look like technically there's a lot of damage to the market right now, but we are getting that rollover effect now, and we are starting to break some momentum moving averages. As these moving averages break, your next kind of targets are the next moving average. So next one up is the 20 SMA. That's around 296.12 for the SPY. So we are drifting lower now and picking up a little bit of speed to the downside. Volume still a little bit light, right? 43 million. We're in summer trading. So to be honest with you, I don't even trade the afternoons anymore. Just coming in, banging it out in the mornings. We're getting trades before 7 a.m. or around 7 a.m. in the morning at Zozo StockWatch. And we're pretty much done by 11:30, 12 o'clock, kind of wrapping things up. And then we go on to do other things. And that's how we're handling it right now for summer trading. Let's go ahead and check the IWM. All right, IWM breaking down now below that 20 SMA, breaking, coming down to the 100 SMA, getting a little bit below it, down below that 155 spot on the IWM. Not good for the small caps. IWC also rolling over a bit. So just not a good day for the bulls. Let's go ahead and see the intraday movement on the SPY. So here's our open they tried to pop us up a little bit at the open, and then it was just straight off selling. Some bounces here and there, but as you can see, I keep a 55 EMA moving average, the yellow moving average, and we just could not get above that pretty much the whole day, and we stayed below it, remained below VWAP, the green intraday line you see here, VWAP, volume weighted average price, and then we at the close, selling off at the close and then into the after hours. And so Netflix earnings are not going to help the market for tomorrow. So Microsoft is the next one up. We'll have to see if Microsoft can come and save the day on MSFT after the bell on Thursday. A site I recommend that you bookmark, Earnings Cast, that you can get the times of the companies when their earnings conference calls begin. As you can see here, Bank of America had their conference call this morning at 8:30, and then you can see the other conference calls here. It's called Earnings Cast. You might want to bookmark that. I'll put it in the comments section for you down below in the video. Let's go ahead and look and see what was kind of moving around in the marijuana space today. YCBD was popping up today about 5.25% on that one. VFF holding above the 200 SMA, trying to recapture that $10 area on VFF, up about 4.5% for today. APHA bouncing a little bit, kind of dead cat bounces at the moment. A lot of work to do, a lot of decimation in a lot of these marijuana plays, up 4% on the day. CTST bouncing a little bit, but still remains below the 5 EMA here on the daily chart. OGI, a strong move, holding up very well. Nice bounce off the 200 SMA, has that $7 number coming up. ACB, that one bouncing a little bit for today, up 3.5% on the day. Cara, a strong name in the marijuana MJ ETF. That one jumping 3% on the day. CGC also moving up today. CGC coming up off the bottom. NEPT threatening maybe to get into a new range here on NEPT. Came up to that $5 area today, but then backed off from it. If it can ever get up over $5, might be real interesting there on that name. Let's check Hexo. Really still sliding down here, trying to maybe make a turn. At least it got back over $5, but a lot of work to do still there on Hexo. To the downside today in the cannabis names, IGC took a hit, TRPX taking a hit today, BLRX, PYX also taking a hit today. Let's take a look at TLRY. I forgot to mention that one. Not much movement for today in Tilray, still below the 20 SMA, still below 45 bucks. So that's some of your marijuana stocks. Some of your recent IPOs today. Let's see, GHSI popping up today over 94% on the day. GHSI, nice move up there. Hook, recent IPO popping today, 11%. KLDO trying to come up off the bottom. Here's Opera, OPRA. Internet content information, Opera popping up for the day, 10%. QTT, not such a recent IPO, but an IPO trying to recapture the 50 SMA. So that's some of the stocks in the IPO. To the downside, a lot of these took a hit. PHUN, really not much going on there. STOK taking another hit today. So not much going on in the IPO space today, but a few names popping up there for that space in the IPO. Let's go ahead and get into that watch list for tomorrow. I don't have too many because it was kind of an ugly day. AMD, watching this one, see if pullbacks get bought. As you can see, it was kind of grinding down the whole day, but AMD always on watch. watch. Maybe we'll get a pullback to the 10 SMA here on the daily chart. We'll be watching that one for a possible reversal back up play. It's been very strong, so maybe dip buyers want to come in on AMD. APRN gave us some real nice trades today on this Blue Apron. We caught a few, actually two trades in that one, so it'll be on watch for tomorrow. BVN, gold stock, industrial metals, perking up today, 1.1 million shares. Maybe if they can get this thing up over 1675, you might get a further continuation move for the day. CAPR, we caught a trade in this one today, and so I'll have it on watch tomorrow. Not a pretty daily chart here and kind of closed ugly on the day, but we'll see if there's anything left in the tank. CEI, because they've done that reverse split, it's pulled back quite a bit now. Maybe if they get it back over $3 might be interesting on CEI. Not in love with it. CRWD, Crowd, recent IPO, holding up pretty well. The high today on this one, 71.56. So if they can get it up over 71.75 maybe on a Crowd, or maybe recapture 71.55, keep an eye on that. CUR, sorry, this is going to be retrading reverse split for tomorrow. They're doing a 1 for 20 reverse split. So as you know, a lot of these reverse splitters have been moving up. So keep an eye on CUR for tomorrow. GHSI, like I said, a big pop in this name today. I think they had a patent news, if my memory serves me right, on GHSI. So this will be on watch for tomorrow. Hair is slowly creeping up. It's an under $1 name, HAIR. So turning here, holding up in the after hours tonight. So keep an eye on that one. HL, a gold stock. Look at this big volume coming in on this gold name, HL. Hecla Mining has that $2 number up ahead on this name. Keep it on watch. LIFE, recent 1 for 14 reverse splitter. We had this big volume pop. It's holding above the 20 SMA, holding above the 5 EMA. If they get it back above 550, might be interesting. Really, intraday doesn't really do too much right now, but if we get up over that 550 and build up some momentum, maybe on that one. Lulu, LULU, holding up really strong today on Lulu. Watch that 191 break for Lulu, right? Up here at 191 could get a nice move up. Keep it on watch. Lyft, if you watched the video last night, we're finally getting up over that $65 area on Lyft. So keep it on watch. See if any more buyers come in. Now we'll have to see how the futures are going to do for tomorrow at the open. So I would imagine the futures probably will be open soft tomorrow. We'll see. Neo, always watching Neo, trying to get back above the 50 SMA here. I still think this one needs to get up and hold above 350. Nvidia has the 200 SMA up in the way here right now, 171.06. Keep it on watch, maybe 171.25 for Nvidia gets that one going. Overstock, relative strength today on OSTK, even with Bitcoin moving down today. Overstock holding up pretty well. So we'll see. We'll watch this one intraday. It's not an easy one to trade intraday. REKR, big pop in this one. Maybe we get a pullback and then a reversal back up. So I'll be watching this for like a red to green move or a reversal back above VWAP. STNE holding up well today. Nice pop in this name. 5 million shares came into it. We'll see how it's going to react for tomorrow. STNE. What else do we have? TEDU. This one, real beaten down name here, but look at this big expanding volume in TEDU. Let's check it in the after hours. Yeah, it's currently trading around 126, so I'm not in love with this, but as you know, anything can happen in the market, so it is trying to maybe turn here. Big expanding volume, so we'll see on that one. TENX also trying to turn the corner here. Popped up today up to, let's see, what was the high? 168. So if they can ever get this one back over 165 maybe on TENX. Volume today, though, a little bit light, 400,000 shares. So we'll see. TIVX was very kind to us today at the service at Zozo Stockwatch. We traded this right here at $14.30, and it popped all the way up to $15 on TVIX. Now, this is a volatility play. Keep this in your arsenal for tomorrow. If things get real soft in the markets, you could see TIVX move up. As you can see, TIVX was pushing up even further into the close. We didn't catch this. We caught this today, and it was a real nice day at Zozo Stockwatch. We got some real nice morning trades, and then in the afternoon, basically, I go ride my bike. So anyway, if you like this video, hit the thumbs up down below. Thank you for subscribing. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button for us. But most importantly, well, secondly, or important also, hit that like button. Lets me know you're out there, and leave some comments down below. Greatly appreciate it. Have a good night, everybody. Don't forget, no videos on Thursday. We don't do any videos until Sunday now. So have a great day trading for tomorrow, Thursday. No video tomorrow night, and we'll see you back at it on Sunday.